walk. It is dropping ice and snow, St. Louis, Missouri. If we had a sled, we'd literally just be zooming down here. We could probably make this happen. Okay, it's a little small, but it's an oversized baking sheet pan.
Whatever you want. Yeah.
Run, jump.
That didn't work either. Too fluffy.
What's up? Let's talk about confidence. Having confidence, feeling confident, all those things, all the things. You could use this if you want to start a business, lose some weight. If you're doing something that's a little bit more than maybe something you've done before, this could be useful. As you can tell from my title, I have mixed feelings about confidence. In many ways, it's become this cliche word that people just throw at you to maybe make you feel good or whatever. Like, do I always need confidence though? When I first started my businesses, I felt like I was in over my head. Don't get me wrong, I was excited because I've always wanted to build things on my own, control my own income, all those things that everybody talks about. They know how to start a business. They know how to run a business. Literally, what the heck is scaling teams? What is that? The only scales I knew were like on fish. And I felt very much over my head. Or different scenario that could probably relate to many people. After I got married, I gained 40 pounds. And I did it with a smile on my face. I knew my wife could cook, but she did not tell me how good she could cook. She could bake, she could cook, she could flip it up, she could spin it around, and your boy was just there for it. And a couple years later, I was like, what's this thing? And my wife informed me very kindly that it was my stomach that had started to, protrude. Again, I felt over my head. I think the first thing that people need to get with growth in general or any sort of forward progression is that many times you're gonna feel over your head, unless you've been there before. If you started businesses before, or if you've done weight things before, or whatever the challenge may be that you're going for, then you're gonna feel more confident. But if you've never done those things before, you don't need necessarily to have confidence. You, my friend, need courage. Courage is that thing that's more at the beginning of a process, whereas confidence is more that thing that's at the end of a process. Maybe not the end, but like after you've accomplished something. Dan Sullivan, who's one of the authors of a really good book called 10X is Easier Than 2X, talks about this when he recounts the story of somebody who asked him, what's the difference between confidence and courage? And his response was awesome. He simply said, confidence feels good. AKA, courage ain't always gonna feel good. Confidence is what you have when you've done some things and you can walk into a room and you got a little bit of swag. You've already built the businesses, you've built the credibility, you already have the six-pack abs, like you're good to go. It doesn't mean you don't have bigger challenges, but it does mean that you have enough under your belt that you don't really approach the matter with like the same level of trepidation. Every one of you has confidence in some area of your life, whereas every one of you needs courage in some area of your life. Courage is when you're starting a process and you feel like, I don't know if I got this. I'm in over my head. And like, it doesn't always feel good. The first thing I try to tell people when they're starting something or getting after something new is it's okay to admit that you don't got it. Sometimes we spend so much time trying to dig into ourselves to find something that like legitimately isn't there. You've never built a business before. You've never baked a cake before. There are things that require you to not have confidence, but to have courage. And courage is taking steps forward with your knees shaking. It's your hands shaking, but you shooting the ball anyway. It's your face quivering, but you giving that speech anyway. It's your heart dropping, but you posting that YouTube video anyway. And as we take a step every single day in courage, over time we realize that we've actually begun to accomplish things. And it's those things that we've accomplished that now give us a platform to stand on confidently. It takes courage day by day to just say, I'm just gonna hammer this out every day and I'm not gonna think too far ahead, I'm just gonna focus on the process. Then you look back and you realize, wow, I've actually become a better version of myself. And this better version of yourself is gonna be better equipped to accomplish the big thing that you wanna accomplish. If you don't have confidence at day one, that's fine, just have courage. but have courage for 100 days. And I bet you that day 100 of you is gonna feel a lot more confident than day one. It's not about feeling confident enough to finish the thing. It's about feeling courageous enough to start the thing. And as you stack those days, you're gonna get to a point where you realize, wow, I'm actually confident and I actually believe that I can accomplish these things. Every day you take and you step forward, you become a better version of yourself. So that's why I think confidence isn't necessarily overrated like in life in general. It just isn't always what you need. Sometimes you just need a little bit of courage, a little smack in the butt and haul it up the highway. If this was a helpful tip, clip, whatever, feel free to share it with somebody who actually would value this and maybe could use a little bit of a shot of courage or confidence or whatever. And if you like the content and you like my jank setup with my trash can in the back and all that, feel free to hit the subscribe button. It's gonna get better over time. I'm just getting back into this, so bear with me as I upgrade everything as I go. Until next time, peace.